Test, test. Well, good evening and welcome to Brad's Wild Stream live from Poker House, Fort Worth. Patty Mac here along with Lorenzo, going to get you through the night. Got an action-packed game again tonight. We got D-Mac in seat 1, Chrissy in seat 3, John J in seat 4, Tourney Goat Brad himself in seat 5, Caleb in seat 6, Odell in seat 7, Vu in seat 8, and Naley in seat 9 tonight. Going to start off with the bomb pot. See what happens. Got a bet of $20 and 3 callers going to come along to the turn. I don't. Naley has the lead on the bottom with trip 3s. And John Jay's got the top with an ace high. Yep, anyways, they're going to chop it up $40 a piece. And we'll move on to the first Hold'em game. Paul's double checking, trying to make sure he's correct. John has a straight on the bottom board. Naley took down the top with a pair of kings. Wow. You never know. Well, the Tourney Goat in seat 5 wanted me to let everybody know that he is straight out of the hospital after having a heart abrasion. So we wish him well. I knew the man was crazy, but he is crazy. And we're off to our first Hold'em hand, and Naley picks up ace-jack of diamonds. Brad's definitely going to play 6-4. You know that. That's his favorite hand. Also, any player that wins with 6-4 tonight, everybody else gives them $10. As long as there's a flop. 6 rat in the window. Ace does take the lead. Brad's probably going to fire a little bet out here. He does. Not a little bit. He's firing a pretty good sized bet. Naley's not going to go anywhere. To the turn. Jack gives Naley 2 pair. And Brad's probably going to go away here. He is. Even under medication, he's going to fold there. Naley takes the lead tonight. She's here to play. Got Paula in the box tonight. Thank our friends at Albertsons for preparing some sandwiches for us tonight. King 9, Ace 10. Not so bad starting hands here. Queen Jack jumps out to the lead. Caleb's got top pair. And he checks it. Okay. Two clubs on the board. Now he's going to bet it out. D-Mac's going to come along with his 2 clubs. 7 of spades on the river helps no one. So Caleb's going to pull this pot down with his top pair. Well, if you're in the area, we've got an open seat tonight. Come on out. Get in seat 1, I believe. 2 is still available. Sorry. Seat 2 is still available, or maybe not anymore. Got a tournament going on at the same time. This cash game, another cash game. All playing for the road to Vegas. I'll let him know, Bike King. I'll let him know, man. That was a quick hand. I didn't even see what it was, so. Already 5 hands in and no felts. It's a different Wednesday night tonight. I'm thinking the over-under felts tonight's going to be about 7. We'll see. It's like a relaxing day out there if you weren't paying attention. The market hit all-time biggest day in the U.S. stock market ever today, 2,900 and I think 62. So thank goodness we needed it. 2 pocket 4s, Ace 7, Queen 10, and Jack King. No, yeah, there's a queen. Queen 10 takes the lead. He's also got an open-ended straight draw for Vu, but there are some clubs out there, and Vu has the biggest club as well. Gonna go ahead and bet this queen now. Probably gonna get everybody to fold, I would think. Maybe not Caleb, he's got Jack. Yep, not as many aggressive players tonight, I don't think. Vu does have the flush. Caleb's going to pretend like he has a bigger flush. Oh, Vu went to grab the chips back. He is going to call right there, and he's going to take down the pot. Nice call for Vu. He thought about folding, though. Good bet by Caleb. Yeah. The old Bike King. When are you coming back out here, Bike King? You did your one-hit wonder, man. You shellacked those boys that night. Well, we're already on to hand 6 and no felt so far. That is very unusual for our Wednesday night Brad's Wild Stream. You raised 5. Looks like everybody else called. Nope, D-Mac pushed to 40, 3-bet to 40. And Christy called with her 8-5 of clubs. Looks like everybody else folded, so it's going to be 2 going to the flop. $9-4-9. Let's see if D-Mac goes ahead and fires out again. Nope, he checks, check. 10 of diamonds helps no one. I think we might see a bet by D-Mac here. We do, 25, 50. Chrissy bet it. She bets again, she might get away with this. Nope. He's going to pull it down with his ace high. This is not the same game tonight. What am I watching tonight? Well, shout out to my buddy Rhino, who's out hunting toiki, or getting ready to. Just celebrated his 51st birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Rhino. I'm not sure. Check out Poker Atlas or call out here. I'm not absolutely sure. I can run out there and look real quick.
We are here to help you. Keep pulling with 8-5. Teamwork makes it. I ain't giving up. Teamwork makes it.
Yes, sir. There's still room in the game. Call out to Poker House Fort Worth and get your name on the list. Well, back to the game. We've got pocket 7s, King 9, King Jack, and a couple other hands that are coming along for the $10 raise from I don't know who. No queen, no 2, no 5. 7s are still ahead. See, this is usually one where we say first to bet wins. Let's see what happens. Two. And Odell's going to take this hand down. Odell takes that hand down, and we're on to hand number 9 tonight. I feel like there's something in the air tonight that's making today just drag by for some reason. I don't know what it is. Like I said, certainly wasn't the stock market. That thing was up, zinging today. Hopefully it does again tomorrow. And Haley picks up another strong hand, pocket queens. Let's see if anybody's going to mess with her. Looks like F and Brad's going to sit down and see 2. Well, she's got one caller, Caleb, with 7-6, 7 right there in the window.
1 and out. Yeah, at the top of the hour.
Let's see if she throws a little. Yeah, she does.
And then the last hand of the game.
Caleb's going to call with his 7. Hope to hit a 7 or a 6 on the river. She's hoping to avoid those. And 2 pair for both, but the queens are going to prevail. Caleb's going to go all in. Put the pressure on her. Is she going to call or not? She's thinking, man, he might have a 5. Can she smell it or not? Sniff it out. She's a good player, but I don't know if she's going to call this or not.
She's pretty good.
I think she's going to lay it down. She is going to lay it down. Wow. Caleb gets away with his shenanigans, trickery. He did have a pair there, though. Nice hand for Caleb. Here's John Denver in the background. It's me, Zachary. What's up, Domino Zach? Well, Boo's got pocket 8s. He's going to raise it up 20. Jack 9, King 2 going to get out of the way. Might fold all the way around. Let's see. Nope, not going to get by Brad or Caleb. They both call. Jack 2, Jack 10. Boo's definitely got a commanding lead. Still does with his pocket 8s. And he's going to take it down pretty easily here. got $1 on VOO, but he'll never know it. Okay. Well, got a full table now with 2 Brads in.
I actually had cards in that hand.
Got 2 ladies playing tonight too, Chrissy and Nayli. A few of our regulars there too, John Jay, Caleb, and see VOO quite often, and D-Mac all on the screen. Nice. I need to get Paul to stake me. Or Zach, I guess, for $1. Pocket jacks Chrissy has here. Let's see if they can hold up. D-Mac picks up a 10. He's probably going to fire something. Chrissy's probably going to go over the top maybe, or at least call. 2 diamonds really doesn't help anyone. This looks like she's getting ready to go all in, and she does.
This is what's called a swing.
Folded back around to D-Mac. It looks like he does call. His 10 is behind. Looking for a 10 or a queen. She's looking to avoid either of those. There's a jack that's going to put the nail in the coffin. So Chrissy pulls down a nice sized pot with her pocket jacks, trip jacks. Drags down a nice $417 pot. Thanks, Chucky. Finish your app, dude. That's how you can stake me. Well, we're 12 hands in and nobody's been felted yet. This has got to be a record for Brad's Wednesday's wild stream. Well, looks like somebody's grabbing cash there. Or something. I don't know what's going on over there. That can't be right. Oh, yeah, F and Brad's got 6s. Let's see what he decides to do here. Raises to 15. Brad's going to call. Caleb looks like he's reaching for raising chips. Yeah, we're probably going to do a giveaway in a little while, buddy. Usually wait till the end of the first hour, beginning of the second hour. Your choice of a hat or a hoodie. Well, we've got pocket 6s, 6-5, and ace queen. Gonna go to the flop, see what happens here. Caleb becomes a favorite because one of F and Brad's 6s is gone. Now Caleb becomes the big favorite with an ace on the board. Yeah, it's a slow one tonight too, dude. When I went out there last time, there were only like 17. Opening, I think it's opening day of turkey season or something like that. I don't know. Or at least it's this weekend. Or just a slow Wednesday, hump day. People wanted to stay home and sleep. I don't know. Like I said, it's just kind of been a weird, slow-like day.
She's not going to let $10 sit out there forever play. That's hell no. $80, hell no.
But there's always somebody playing poker. You can always find a friend to go play poker, that's for sure. On to hand 13. Maybe this is where we get our first felt. I don't know. That's what a turkey does after he eats. Or that's what some people do after they eat turkey too. That was a quick one, so it wasn't hand 13 that we see the felt. Well, the overhead cam seeing Paul Dill to all the players. Caleb raises the 15. Odell insta call 15. Brad with 3 deuce suited. They call that the clean diaper. 7 in the window for Caleb and D-Mac. 8 for Odell. Nobody's got a queen. Odell's going to fire this time with an 8. $20. He might drag this pot down. Right here. Caleb might call it the 7. He does. Nine on the turn. Caleb turns 2 pair, checks it. 6. Caleb's got 2 pair. Gonna throw out a $20 bet. He's gonna get paid off. Or is he? Yeah, he's gonna get paid off $20, I think. Did he call or did he fold? I don't know. I guess yeah, he called. Okay. Just took a long time to turn his cards over. Well, on to hand 14. I'm just going to have to call this Brad's Wednesday live stream, not Wild Wednesday tonight. Been good action, just no craziness tonight yet. It's still early. Ooh, ace 8. Probably going to pump it a little. He does to 20. And we got 3 players going to the flop for $20. Doesn't hit anyone. Aces are in the lead. Jack 9's got a good draw, and so does Jack 10. But Vu's going to fire with an 8. Yeah. Just going to call for $20. They're both going to call, hoping to hit a 10 or a 9. Blank on the turn. See if Vu bets again. He is. $30 bet. That might get rid of 1 or 2 of them. There goes 1. There goes 2. Vu pulls down a nice $153 pot.
Mainly play inferior hands so I can be a participant in the stream.
All right. On to hand 16.
I figured you were so short, might as well just, I mean, you're probably going to, we're going to get it in, so.
Caleb. He bet 15? Or are they doing straddles? Well, Brad's, here's our an all in. We might see our first felt of the night here. King 4 versus Jack 6.
Yep. No, Caleb just gave you 6 points. I know, but you gave him 6 points.
And Paul's got the pot straightened out. Let's see what happens. He'll probably run it twice, knowing them. Doesn't hit either of them. Brad takes it down with the king high. Okay. King high takes that hand down. So still no felt. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to Brad's Wild Stream Wednesdays from Poker House Fort Worth. This is what we're all playing for right now, the road to Vegas. All the cash players receive points for every hour they play, accumulating all the way up to 300 hours. You get $100,000 worth of starting chips in the June 7th tournament. One player that wins that tournament is going to get a $10,000 buy-in to the World Series of Poker plus $1,000 cash. And then all tournament players, when you place, you get points, and then they're going to play it off on June 14th. So Poker House Fort Worth is going to send 2 players to the World Series of Poker this year, and we're going to hopefully take a plane load of people out there to cheer them on. And Chrissy raises to 70 with her ace jack. Caleb's got one of my favorite starting hands right now. I love playing Queen 9 suited. It was working for me for a long time. I've cooled off a lot lately though. Good March, but April's kind of come in with a little rainy. Caleb's going to throw him. He's going to throw it away. Vu, ace 9, he's most likely going to throw it down. He will. And it's going to fold around to her. Pulls. Oh, no, Brad goes all in. Sorry. It's popped up twice. Well, we're on to hand 18. We thank everybody that's listening across all 3 of our streams. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch tonight. Got Patty Mac coming to you live from Brad's Wednesdays Wild Stream. Hasn't been as wild tonight. No felt so far tonight. Ace-9 is going to raise it up again. See if Jack-7 of clubs calls. He does. Oh, we did have our first felt. I'm sorry, Brad just got felted by Chrissy. First one of the night. You got Jack-7 of clubs, King-8 of clubs, and then Ace-9 of diamonds. Ace in the window again. It always looks good right there in the window when you've got one. She's going to bet it. Going to pull another pot down. Another nice pot for Chrissy. 146. She's getting some good starting hands and some good flops so far. And she does have the lead in tonight's overall. With up $302 so far. Well, if you're just joining us, our live stream host, Brad, actually had a heart abrasion today, and he's out playing poker tonight. So well wishes to him, and just proves to you how bad people want to play poker sometimes.
I could have stayed home and take this abuse.
Well, looks like we're going to have 3 go to this flop.
I know, right?
Brad, and Chrissy. And F and Brad hits his 5 on the flop. That's out $15. Brad seat 5 hits his queen here on the flop. So he's not going anywhere. Turn. And Queen King is going to take this pot down. Hand 20 of the night. Up in your right-hand corner, you've got the ticker counting down how many minutes left in the Fortune Jackpot. Any of the players tonight on the stream or in the cash live game have an opportunity to win the Fortune Jackpot. I think it's at 2,500, maybe 3,000 now. I'm not completely sure. If you hit all 4 Broadway, ace high flush, flop a set, or full house 7s or better, you have a chance to win that jackpot. It's going to start all over at 8 o'clock and go to 12 o'clock.
That's right.
Midnight.
I got excited.
So you got plenty of time to get out here and get in it. Naylee picks up a pretty good starting hand. Ace Queen raises $15. She's got 4 people coming along. Either got a 6-3 and a 7-5 going to play. 9-9-3. Vu takes the lead. Probably does not realize that. Let's see. Usually first to bet wins. But John Jay does pick up a straight draw. 2. John Jay has the lead, but Brad bet the turn. So let's see if he fires again and takes it down. Nope, he's going to check and surrender, and John's going to show him the winning hand. Although he probably didn't think he had the winning hand. Well, if you're out there listening, and let us know where you're listening from. Let us know who you're cheering for. We're broadcasting across all 3 streams tonight of YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Thank you for joining in to Brad's Wednesday Wild Stream. Been a wacky Wednesday, I guess you could say. Just kind of A little slow tonight. Still good action.
Somebody with that hand last week.
Just no crazy play yet.
Wait a minute, he's at the table. I can't talk shit. But he is getting a massage right now. So
I don't think we've seen a $2 flop yet. Let's see if it happens here. Nope, Brad's going to pump it up with 10-2 of spades. Odell's not going to go anywhere with his nines. We got 5 callers for 22 raise. Well, Remy, what's going on tonight, girl? Good to have you aboard again. D-Mac takes the lead with his King 6. Shoves it all in. Don't know if he's going to get any callers. John with a queen might. Nope. D-Mac's going to pull down that pot for 215, and we're going to go on to the next. Yeah, it's kind of a chilling day for some reason. I don't know what it is. Just kind of a, I don't know. Can't explain it. If you can explain it, let me know. Beautiful day, that's for sure. I think maybe allergy season's slowing people up, slowing me down a little bit. Never too slow to play cards, though, or commentate. It'll have to be a crazy, crazy day. All right, looks like we're having a couple of issues reading some cards here. Get that straightened out. And F and Brad raises to 15 with 9-7 suited. He's gonna get 6 callers at least. Yep, 6 callers. King hits Caleb. 2 clubs, D-Mac and F and Brad. So let's see what happens. Brad's gonna continue bet 30. Caleb's going nowhere. D-Mac's not gonna go anywhere. These other 2 will probably fold out. Just go 3 to the turn. 4 doesn't help anyone. And a 9, 2 nines. Brad's gonna take down the hand with his trip 9s. Yes, you can, Remy. Believe they have a $300 max, then you can rebuy up to 600. And F and Brad takes down a nice hand of 290. That one worked out perfect for him. He raised with 9-7 of clubs, hits his 9 on the river, and takes down a nice sized pot. Got room in Monday night's Patty Mac game too if you want to play. 1-2 $200 max buy-in. Call out here and get on the list. Well, Chrissy still has the lead tonight, up $292. Brad in seat 5 is in the low end seat right now, but as we know in this game, it can change anytime. Work is way overrated, Remy. Way overrated. Poker, much more fun. Caleb's going to raise up with queen 10. Or Brad, I'm sorry, Brad raised, and Caleb has queen 10 as well. Vu has king 2. Ace helps no one. Usually first to bet wins. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Brad. I've got one of those as well. Nine helps no one. So Brad bluffs. Caleb calls with the same hand with nothing. One of them's wanting to put the move on somebody. Odell's asleep, getting a massage. I know, it's hard to believe. And they're both going to call each other down with the same hand? No, Brad goes over the top. They're trying to bluff each other off the same hand with the same hand. And Brad wins out with his bluff. I know. Nick, we were just saying something's up. It's something weird in the air tonight. All day long. Well, we want to thank some of our sponsors. First one up, David Perkins, treeservice817.com. Give David a call at 817-500-7107. Had any of your trees blow over in the storms lately? Give David a call. He'll get you fixed up. Or if you're looking for some new sod this year, I got Bermuda 419 last year for my grass. Absolutely love it. Give David a call, 817-500-7107. And it's starting to get hot outside. Martine Infante with 3 Kings Heating and Cooling. 817-884-7431. Give Martine a call. Get that checkup done before that heat really rolls in. He does commercial and residential. I want to say happy birthday to Rhino's daughter, Kelly, turned 18 this past week. Happy birthday to Kelly, and happy birthday to Ryan. He turned like 65 yesterday. And our newest sponsor, Memory Moments, event design and decor. Andy Bishop Cox, your event designer. Give her a call at 817-405-4698. Help her get some help planning that special party of yours. Memory Designs and Decor. We're on our second bomb pot of the night. Yes, sir, Mark. That might be it. Caleb bets 45. Is he going to drag this whole pot with the $45 bet? Nope. F and Brad's counting out chips, and he's going to call. Chrissy comes along too with jacks and a 10. Or a flush, that is. F and Brad and Chrissy are going to chop this up unless somebody bets somebody off of it. Caleb goes all in. F and Brad calls with trip deuces. No, he's got a, sorry, full house, kings and twos. Is Chrissy going to be able to call? Yep, with her heart flush, she does. That's going to felt Caleb for our second felt of the night.
there's no doubt he's a great player. But
Maybe Chrissy goes over the top. Let's see. She does go over the top. She might get. She's not going to get F and Brad off his hand. Caleb's already all in.
A lot of great players in the.
So Brad's just got a call for another.
I agree. Absolutely.
She might think she's going to scoop with her queen high or jack high flush on both boards. Brad's not going to fold for another 130, I don't think.
Jordan leads him in every part. I think except for one.
He's counting out chips like he's going to call, and I don't see him laying it down. He does call. Chrissy and Brad are going to chop it. Caleb's going to rebuy. Probably for 600. But we have our second felt of the night. And we just completed our first hour, I believe. Mark, welcome in. Welcome in to everybody out there. Thanks for tuning in to Brad's Wild Wednesday. Live here at Poker House Fort Worth every Wednesday night. Monday night's going to be Patty Mac's live stream. We're back to cash this month. If you want to play, call out, get on the list. Simple 1-2 game. $200 max buy-in, $200 rebuys. Still got room for that, which is unusual. And next Thursday, we got a Congress game going again on Thursday night. Sean's Big O game. Call in and get on that list. Got a tournament going on as well tonight. Kind of a quiet night here. I'm with you, Mark. That pollen usually gets me pretty good. I've lost some of my smell from taste from COVID 5 years ago, but it still irritates my eyes. Crazy. Well, Ace King has the lead. Well, no, 5-3 takes over the lead. My bad. Queen. This may be somebody's going to fire out here and see. It is John. Odell looks like he's got raisin chips coming.
You're welcome.
He does raise, or no, they call 15. Sorry. 2 on the river helps no one, and F and Brad's going to pull down this hand if he doesn't fold. Odell bet it and wins. Yep, with ace high. Or no, he got this. I'm sorry, he got the flush on the river. Well, that's unusual for this game. You don't see it. Usually you see everybody in the upper left-hand corner or possibly in the right-hand corner. But we've got more people below the line than above the line tonight. That's crazy. But still a lot of action, still having a lot of fun. Hopefully you're enjoying it. We're going to try to give away a hat or a hoodie pretty soon. Caleb does reload for 600, it looks like. 500 maybe, I don't know. $400.
Wait, what is it? 35?
Having some issues with connection tonight, guys, so apologize. Hearing a lot more buzz going on.
Oh, we got a $40 straddle? All right.
Come on.
We're on hand 27.
Haven't had a hand all night. Let's. Let me say, I got chips over here just itching to get in. All I've gotten so far tonight.
Well, we've got, what?
I might get,
D-Mac, who raised it to 40.
but no.
Might get through.
It's horrible.
No, Caleb's going to come along with Queen 4. Odell. No, I guess it's Vu that raised and D-Mac called. Vu raised with King 2. 10-2, I'm sorry, 10-2. Pocket threes. Who's going to take a stab at it? No one? Oh, why do you ask 40 if you're not going to bet? I don't know. King 10's going to take it down if nobody bets. Somebody going to bet? Caleb goes all in? Well, D-Mac's certainly not going to call him with nothing. So, aggression pays off. First to bet wins again. Queen 4, Vu's shaking his head, but it had him beat too. D-Mac could have won with his king high. Well, let's have our first contest of the night. Let's do it on hand 31, my old high school football number. You guess the winner of the pot and the pot size within 20 bucks, you're gonna win a hat or a hoodie from Poker House Fort Worth. Gotta have the winner and the pot size within 20, I'll do $25, 25 bucks. Hand 31, so you got a couple of hands to think about your guess.
Easy game, easy game.
I want to thank everybody for watching across all three streams tonight. We've got you live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch tonight. Viewers across all three streams, we thank you for tuning in. You got two more hands before you have to guess, or you got to guess before the hand, but guess the winner of the hand and the pot size within $25. We'll give you a hat or a hoodie, your choice, from Poker House Fort Worth. Got to get your guess in before hand 31. Vu's got pocket fours. Here comes our first guess. Marcus has Caleb for 172. Pocket fours drags down this pot. All right. You got one more hand to guess. All right. Bike King's going to choose his arch nemesis, Brad, for 134. Marcus has Caleb for 172. You got one more hand to guess. Who's going to win the next hand, and what's the pot size going to be? Within 25 bucks, and we'll give you a hat or hoodie from Poker House Fort Worth. Only got 2 contestants so far. We'll see what happens. Chrissy's going to raise up her Jack 9. We've got 3 callers. Ace King takes the lead. He's probably going to fire a good sized bet. And Vu comes along with 2 hearts. All right, here come all the guesses. Vu does turn the flush. Probably not going to make Odell happy. I guess y'all could both take Brad for 134. Vu is going to win this hand. It depends how much on whether Odell decides to call or not. Well, the next hand's going to be the one we're going to try to give away a hat or a hoodie. We've got guesses. Quite a few guesses came in now. We've got a Caleb, a Brad, Odell, Caleb, Brad, D-Mac. And now Naley. Vu does pull down that pot. Good sized pot, 221. For Vu, here it is. No more guesses. Hand 31. Let's see who can win a hat or a hoodie. All right, that's the last guess. Chuckles. Want to remind everybody about our $500 lunchtime free roll every day of the week, 7 days a week. $0 gets you in, 35 for 35, $25 rebuys, and add-ons at the break every day, 12 p.m. right here, Poker House Fort Worth. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Vu's still counting his chips up. If you had Naley, you're out. If you had Chrissy, you're out. D-Mac, Brad, and John are still in. And here goes Brad in seat 9. Vu's got pocket 5s. Is he going to come along? $85. Just won the last hand. I love to play back-to-back hands. Don't think he's going to call, though. He's showing his hand. That usually means they're giving it up. Chuck's hoping he calls. I don't know if anybody else is going to call. The only one that might be F and Brad. Let's see. Nope. He folds. No, F and Brad folds. John Jay comes out of the woodwork with 7-5 and calls. 177. Chuck has a chance. King Jack 4 on the flop helps no one. Brad, I know, is going to fire a bet out, which is going to take it over probably 177, but let's see. No, he didn't. He checked. And John Jay hits his 5. Now Brad fires out a bet of 20 or 25. It's called 227. Another 9 on the river's going to give Brad the win. But I don't think we had anybody with that big of a pot. I'll go back and check. Looks like 452. Nobody was that high. Brad takes down the pot. 452. Nope, no one wins the hat or hoodie this time, but stay tuned. We'll try to do it again in just a little while. Brad takes down, I want to say that's one of the biggest pots of the night, and that's crazy saying that for a Wednesday wild stream, but it's been pretty quiet tonight. Well, we're getting quite a few listeners now across all 3 streams. Thank you for viewing. You are watching Brad's Wednesday wild stream from Poker House Fort Worth here. Comes to you every Wednesday night. And our man Brad there had a heart abrasion done today, and he's playing poker tonight. Crazy, man. Modern medicine today, what they can do. Brad was going to bet it anyways. All right, here we go. John Jay goes all in with his ace-king. Don't know if he's going to get any callers. Let's see. Fold, 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 and fold. Drags down that one. Are the Rangers playing tonight? Does anybody know? If they are, does anybody have a score update?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you do. So 73 instead of 70.
No?
That's right.
Chrissy is still leading tonight at plus 407. 6-2 Rangers. All right. Go Rangers. They are playing some ball this year. I need to figure out how to get the games on too. Couple of good starting hands here. Brad with ace-jack. D-Mac is all in with his king-queen of hearts. Caleb is contemplating calling with his king-4 of diamonds. Reaches into his hoodie and asks for his advice for his magic 8-ball. Let's see what they decide to do. I'm gonna have to get Caleb in here sometime and try to figure out what's going on in his head there. It's hard to figure out. I know he's crunching numbers and stuff like that. And the 8-ball said, go away. Let's see what happens. We've got king, queen versus ace, jack. I don't think I'd rather have queen, king in this situation. I don't know why. Oh, there's a queen right in the window. Looks like they're going to run it twice, though. D-Mac takes the first one. Don't know if he can take them both. Nope. No, he's definitely not going to take the bottom one. Yeah, that's why Rhino and I say run it once, but they're going to split it up, and we're going to go to the next hand. It's a good time to, usually our friends at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies sponsor any hand over $1,500, but I don't think we're going to get there tonight. So we want to thank them for being longtime sponsors. What a day in the market today. The U.S. stock market has never seen a day this big before. So if you have any questions about what's going on in the market, want a little advice, give your friend Patty Mack here a call at 817-538-3494. Call your friends at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies, and let's get a plan together for you. On to hand 34. What a different music genre we have out here. John Denver playing a few minutes ago. Now it's Tiny Dancer. John Jay has decided to go all in with his King 10. Brad is going to go raise to 250. Wow, okay. He wants to isolate with John Jay. Odell's pocket nines. He's a fairly tight player, so I don't know if I see him calling here or not. A lot of people in the background. The tournament must be on break. Slamming down chips like he's either going to call or fold. I think he's lets it go. Pocket nines. We're in the lead. It's a tough one. But you got to think that Brad going over the top of a $103 bet, he's got some goods. Ace 10 versus, or King 10 versus King 8, sorry. And they're going to run it twice. 9 right in the window would have hit Odell square in the mouth. Diamonds helps no one. John Jay wins top board.
You had 9s and you folded? Oh, that's not good.
Couple of hearts on the bottom board. Can Brad get there? Nope. Odell would have taken down both pots with his trip 9s. John probably says thank you very much and takes down that pot for 294.
I mean, I'm only in for 100. I don't even factor into that fold. I don't factor in that
35 hands in, only 2 felts tonight. Crazy.
All right.
Usually we have 5 and 5 hands or something. Just a nice quiet evening at the Poker House Fort Worth right here in Burleson, Texas. Come on out, get in a cash game, go for the Fortune Jackpot. Is it at $3,000? Do you know? $2,000?
He's not straddling? What kind of shit is that?
1,500? Somebody hit it again. Wow, okay. It's been hit about 3 times in the last week. So it is doable. $1,500 if you hit it tonight. Nobody hits it tonight, it goes up by 500 tomorrow. Naley picks up a nice hand of ace queen. F and Brad picks up pocket 5s. Jack 10. 5-3. Queen 8. 8 right there in the window. 2 spades. Nobody has a king. First to bet wins. Nayli says not so fast.
I think I was ahead of you, but she called really quick.
And she hits an ace on the turn. Wow. Brad's pretty much assured that he's behind at this point, especially when she shoves $100 in there. And $85. Is he going to call? He does call. Okay. 10 on the river helps no one. Nayli goes all in. Don't think Brad can call here for another 112. Nope, he's gonna fold. Caleb's like, what are you them doing calling that in the first place? He lays it down, and Nayli pulls down a pot of $394. She does show an ace.
People want to grind away for 6 hours to win $300. Just wake people up. Or put. No. I straddled. He double straddled.
On to hand 36.
So we can go for 20.
There's Paul, our dealer, in there, getting the cards ready to fly again.
His OCD is kicking in about his stuff. Welcome to my world.
Vu's got king 2, and he's going to raise it up to $10. 10-9 comes along. 9-7 of clubs comes along. A lot of suited cards and connectors on this one. Let's see what happens.
Talk me into it.
They all have each other's outs almost. 10 hits Nayli and effing Brad. Brad does pick up a flush draw as well. This might get Nayli in a little bit of trouble. Oh, she decides to check. And D-Mac fires out 75? 80? Effing Brad's going nowhere with top pair and flush redraw. John Jay's counting out chips. He's got an open-ended straight. Yep, there's a lot of possibilities out there. And Nayli lays it down. Good lay down. Another 7 gives D-Mac the lead now. Wow, he's probably going to push it. Yeah, he does. He goes all in. Still don't think Brad's going to be able to get off of it. No, he doesn't. He calls. John Jay can probably go away. Brad actually goes all in, wants to isolate. Yeah, John lays it down. Well, Brad's looking for a 10 or a spade. D-Mac's just looking to avoid any of those. Let's see what the river brings.
All in and then all in. He's got a 7.
It's a jack. Brad does hit 2 pair, but D-Mac takes it down with his trip 7s.
10-7.
Nice hand, D-Mac. Don't Blame Brad for going along and isolating. Just didn't get his card. Got turned, unfortunately, by another 7. That's how this game goes, unfortunately, for some of us.
Brad pushed me out with his olive.
It's never over till the river. You can ask my friend Rhino Wells. Well, we're on hand 37 now. I don't know what's going on there. Boo folds. Naley calls with 10-9. D-Mac ace-9. Brad ace-8. Chrissy folded her king-3 suited. Probably because she was having a sneezing or coughing fit there.
Not going, and he is going. Not going, and he is.
5 going to this flop. Ace-9 takes the lead. D-Mac fires out a $30 bet. Brad calls. See if Naley gets away from it. Ace-9 does take this one down. No, it's, yeah, wow. It would have been a chop pot till the river, just like we said before. Never know until the river. Well, we're on to hand 38. Looks like somebody's raising or getting some chips or something there. D-Mac is raising it up. King 10 to 25. John Jay's going to call with 4-3. And Brad's going to call with his Jack 9. King 10 has an open ender. Jack 9 hits the straight. And John Jay fires out a bet with 4-3. Okay. Brad is going to raise it. Or maybe he just smooth calls. He smooth calls, okay. Which is going to keep D-Mac in. Another jack. It's not going to affect anything. Brad is going to pull this pot down most likely. He is. Nice size pot, 534 going to Brad. He hit the straight before that though. Nice size pot for Brad's going to dig his way back up the ladder. Well, in the right-hand corner again, you see the Fortune Jackpot clock counting down. They have 3 hours and 19 minutes left to hit all 4 of the jackpot hands, being Broadway, Ace High Flush, Flop a Set, and sevens are better full house. Have to use both cards in their hands. And they're going to win $1,500 if that happens before 12 o'clock tonight. It's been done 3 times this week alone, so it is doable. Looks like John Jay is reaching to add on some chips there. Queen 9, D-Mac. It's got one of my favorite starting hands. 9 is ahead here too. 2, 4 hits Brad. 9 still ahead though. F and Brad has a 2, so they all have a pair right now. 7 of diamonds on the river is not going to help anybody. Let's see if somebody bluffs at it for the flush. No, it checks down, and D-Mac's going to pull it down with his 9. Queen 9, I told you Queen 9 is a good playing hand for me right now. Navu's still there. I think. All right. Oh, well, I guess Vu did leave. The mic is gone. Don't know if he went off to play in the tournament or he just left. Not sure.
Let him in the paint. Do whatever he wants.
Well, we'll find somebody to fill that seat and keep moving along. Brad picks up a pretty nice starting hand of Ace Queen. D-Mac picks up Jack 10. 7-2-5 hits no one. And Brad fires out a bet with Ace High and drags it down. Well, here's some of our poker tournaments coming up. It might be our Deuces Wild is my guess. It is our Tuesday night Deuces Wild. If you haven't played in that yet, every Tuesday night, $1,000 guarantee, 6:30 p.m. Our Deuces Wild. Same thing as always, $0 will get you in. You can buy 35 for 35, $25 rebuys, and add-ons at the break. Deuces Wild. Tuesday nights.
I can move down there and y'all can have all the fun that you want with it.
John Jay got Ace 4. See what Chris is going to do in front of him, though.
Card selection.
That is the
Oh,
beauty
the
of
first
the
act on
live
John, I
stream.
don't know. Our graphics are. No, it's not even first act on John. I don't know what's going on here. It's the Caleb. He raises $40 with the ace 8. F and Brad's got Queen Jack. He's going to call the $40 bet.
I want to, but I can't.
And Brad has Jack 7. I know Jake Terry would play that hand. Got 3 going to the pot for $40. King 8, 10. Caleb catches a piece of that. Probably going to fire a bet to see where he's at. He does. F and Brad's going to go all in with the straight draw, open-ended straight. The other Brad's going to call. $7 doesn't help anyone. Caleb pushes $100, but Brad hit his 7. He's going to call with the 7. $3 helps no one. Caleb's 8 is ahead. He goes all in. We got 2 all-ins right now. Is Brad going to call with a 7? This Think Time is brought to you by our friends at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies. Today the market was up the highest it's ever been in history. One day total, highest in history. But we've been getting beaten up a little bit the last couple of weeks, so we needed it. If you want any help trying to figure out what's going on or come up with a plan, give Patty Mac a call at 817-538-3494. We'll come up with a plan for you. Brad's going to lay it down, which is a good lay down. And Caleb is going to win that with an 8. What's up, Schmed? How are you? And Caleb does take down a big size pot, and F and Brad is felted, digging in his pocket. Looks like he's counting out $600 and gonna get back in this thing. Well, here we are, relaxed back here tonight. No Rhino with me, so love these new graphics where we can see several different things on the screen. Brad's game tonight. Rolling screen on the left-hand side with the $1,000 guaranteed deuces tournament from last night. We're going to come up with a cool new feature pretty soon where you guys can call in and talk to us directly back here. That'd be pretty cool. So we've had one contest already, Mr. Werner. Actually, I think we had 2. Yeah, we did have 2. And we'll probably have one more before the end of the night. Well, Paul's got everything situated, so we're going to go back to action. I will save y'all the misery of having to look at me in the screen and go back to the big screen. And Vu has checked out. I think we're going to get somebody in his seat, maybe. If not, if you're in the area, come on out. Get on the live stream. Brad's going to raise it up to 34 with 9-2 of hearts. Caleb calls. Odell calls. D-Mac folds. F and Brad picks up pocket sevens. Let's see if he raises it up some. No, he just smooth calls. 8-5 comes in. Why not? Everyone else is. Oh, Bear. You can play. It's been pretty conservative tonight. 9-2 takes the lead here. Couple of good drawing hands too. 9-2 flops a 9. Needs a heart for a flush. Chrissy has 8-5 looking for a straight. Brad's got pocket sevens looking for a straight. Odell has an ace looking for an ace, but Brad fires out $100. Let's. F and Brad says, F it, I'm going over the top. And goes all in for his $600. So this is going to be the biggest pot of the night. Looks like Brad calls. And F and Brad hits the straight on the river. Hits the straight on the river. He's got a little grin there. He's gotten rivered a couple times tonight, so that's just payback. That is our biggest pot. First one over $1,000 tonight. And that was brought to you by our friends at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies for all your insurance and financial needs. You got an old 401k sitting out there doing nothing? Give Patty Mac a call and let's roll it over and get it working for you. 817-538-3494.
Do you need? I have chips if you need.
Nice hand by Brad. Brad took out Brad. So that's another felt. 3. Only 3 tonight so far. Only 3. If you just joined us, it's been a rather quiet evening. Usually by now we're about on felt 10, maybe 11. But it's toned down a little bit tonight. Yeah, that was gross unless you were effing Brad. Then it was fantastic. The other Brad wasn't going to go anywhere. Top pair, flush redraw. Well, somebody's lurking around over there, maybe looking to get in on the seat. Or he's just trying to figure out what's going on.
Does he know it's a live stream too?
Well, what are we on? Hand number 43.
Yeah, no, I haven't looked yet.
Why don't we try to give away something on hand 47? Coming up, hand 47. We'll do it a little bit different this time, too. Christy picks up pocket sevens. They worked for F and Brad last hand. Let's see if they work for her.
Don't know what to tell you.
Well, check it tomorrow, Daryl. Probably came back to life. Biggest day in U.S. stock market history today. And that thing goes back a long way. Over 100 years. Well, Chrissy raised a 125. Caleb called with 10-8 of hearts. Probably just going to be the two of them going to the flop. And it is. Let's see what happens. See if the sevens can win it again.
I'm having as much fun as losing a $20 million customer today.
Sevens are still in the lead. 10-8 does pick up a straight draw, but he needs her 7. That's a blocker.
Not even my bonus part of it.
If she knew that he didn't have any spades, she would be firing pretty big here.
I don't think they left us for good, but I think
She's still going to probably bet something. Or did she check? I think they're talking about how many times to run or the weather or something. I don't know. I can't hear them. She checks. She's going to give him a chance to buy it. Let's see what happens. Seven on the turn. Gonna give her trip sevens. She's not gonna sit there with that one. She's definitely gonna bet something. Oh, but he hits his straight too. My, oh my, here we go. Caleb's all in. Chrissy does have 13 outs. Let's see if she can hit one of them. She needs the board to pair, a spade, or another 7. The case 7. They're gonna run it twice. She does end up taking the top board with the flush. Actually, the straight flush. And the bottom she takes with a full house. Wow. Caleb turns a 7. Chrissy rivers a straight flush and a full house. Paul, I don't know if you're still watching, but your girl's doing good. Wow, what a hand. She vaults to the top, up 1,000. F and Brad is in second with up 265. D-Mac still in the green, and so is Naley. She hit some hands early and's kind of been on chip lock down. Well, we've got Pierre that's set down in seat 8.
it could be just the other way because he was being nice by going back. He was being nice by going back.
Well, if you're just joining us, I said on hand 47 we're going to have a contest. That one took a little bit longer than I expected, but hand 47, we're going to try to give away a hat or a hoodie here.
Oh, hey, so just so you know, Pierre, we play a side game in this. It's a 6-4 game. If any hand is won 6-4 post flop, whether you drag it because everybody calls whatever, everybody's entitled to $10.
Caleb is all in for his last 12, I think.
And then you can restraddle.
With 7 deuce, Pierre picks up 4-4. He's going to raise it up a little bit and try to isolate.
Welcome to the table, sir.
Naley's going to call with her ace-9. Queen Jack comes along. So we've got 4 people going to the flop. Caleb is all in with his 7 deuce.
Oh, I'm going to go outside.
It's about a an even flip here to see who wins this hand. Who do you got? I'll take Queen Jack. What the heck? Let's see what happens here. Jack in the window gives Brad the lead, but Naley picks up an ace high flush. Brad does go all in. Is she gonna call for 306 or 227? I'm sorry. She willing to call 227 to hit the flush draw? That's the question. Hit some hands early and kind of put her chips on lockdown, but this is a big hand. Pierre also hits his trip fours. She's not gonna, I don't think she's gonna call an all in for 600. She does. Wow, what a hand. Okay, here we go. That train is chugging through right now. Wow, this is going to be our biggest hand of the night. Well, maybe not. 967. I think there's more than that in there, though. Whatever, it's a big hand. The game is definitely livened up. Pierre's first hand out picks up trip fours. Naley picks up the ace high flush draw. And Brad's got Jack. Brad is almost drawing dead. Caleb is drawing dead. Naley needs a spade. I think they're talking about running it twice. They got to get the approval of all four of them, I think. I don't think Caleb really cares. Goodness, Kung Fu Fighting's on out there now. She hits it right there on the turn. 5. Naley picks up a huge pot. $947 with the flush. Pierre just like, what can I do, man? I pick up trip fours. I get turned. The turn river has been nasty tonight. Nice hand for Naley. Nice size pot there. If you're just joining us from Poker House Fort Worth, we are live with Brad's Wild Stream Wednesday. We're on hand 45. On hand 47, guess the player that's going to win the hand and what they're going to win it with. Pick a player, pick a hand, and what are they going to win it with? I want to thank our sponsors tonight. Tree Service, 817.com. Give David Perkins a call at 817-500-7107 for your complete tree service. Also does sodding. You need a new lawn this year, call David at 817-7107. I got Bermuda 419 last year and absolutely love it. Starting to get hot out there. Make sure you give Martine Infante a call at 3 Kings Heating and Cooling. Get your air conditioning system checked out. 817-884-7431. Commercial and residential. Give Martine a call. Make sure that thing is ready to go for these hot summers in Texas. What is that? Want to wish happy birthday to to Kelly Ryan Wells as well. Thank you, sir. And to our newest sponsor, Memory Moments Event Design and Decor, Andy Bishop Cox, your event designer. Give her a call at 817-405-4698 to plan that special occasion. Give Andy a call. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Bomb pot coming up. All right, it's hand 45. You got 2 hands to go. We've got Caleb with 2 pair, Brad with the straight guesses. Guess the player and what they're going to win with. And we'll give you a hat or a hoodie, your choice, from Poker House Fort Worth. Looks like Caleb has rebought and back in the game. Naley just pulled down a huge pot with her ace high flush. One pair. John J says the bike king.
You were right.
I am right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm him. Yeah.
Yeah. You owe him 5. You put an extra 5 right now.
So now you have 47.
Yeah.
Well, they're still straightening out some chip situations and things like that, but we are on to hand 45, and again on hand 47, we're going to try to give away a hat or a hoodie here. Got to guess the winning hand and what they're going to win it with. Which player? We're on a bomb pot right now. Five guesses so far. Each one has somebody different. I love it. And I usually like to let these hands play themselves out because it's too hard trying to keep up with 9 hands and 2 boards. Do you know, see that Naley has deuces. She's going to bet out 30. Looks like D-Mac's going to raise it with a king. Okay. Well, there's going to be 3 of them going to the turn. Looks like one's looking for a flush, one's looking for a straight. And one's looking, there's diamonds, nobody has diamonds. All right. Jonathan, it's guess who's going to win and what they're going to win with. And Schmed, it's guess who's going to win and what they're going to win with. D-Mac pulls it down with a king. Okay. Good for him. 369 in the positive tonight. Chrissy so far is our big winner. You got one more hand to guess. No, you need to guess who's going to win and what they're going to win it with. As in 2 pair, a boat, straight, a plain bluff.
Keep on talking shit, you will.
Chrissy is hot tonight, that's for sure.
I gotta go to Brownwood tomorrow and pick up a duffel bag.
Well, okay, that's better, Jonathan. Cookie played pretty good on Monday night, too. Three going to this flop. Next hand's going to be the one where you have an opportunity to win a hat or hoodie here. Pierre's going to bet 30 and looks like he's going to take this hand down. All right, here we go. Hand 47. The player and what they're going to win it with. Let's see who's going to win. Got 2 on Chrissy, 1 on Pierre. Uh, 3 on Chrissy. D-Mac with a pair. Brad with a boat. $980 pot. Okay. Got some good ones. Brad with a pair of 10s. He's going straight to the point. Okay. If you had Pierre, you're out. Naily folded. D-Mac is in. Chrissy's going to raise it up. If we don't go to a flop, you can't win. Because nobody said she's going to drag it down pre-flop. But we're going to go to a flop because I'd call with his ace-7 of hearts. He will. So we still have 5 players in. If you have Brad, D-Mac, Chrissy, F and Brad, or Odell, you're still in. That's a pretty good guess, man. Ace-7 takes the lead by F and Brad. I don't think anybody has him. D-Mac's going to push with 9-7. He has 2 pair. F and Brad's not going anywhere. He calls. This is going to be a big pot, y'all. Brad's going to call with his ace. Odell is Hollywooding. He's done acting. We got 3 going to the turn now. You don't get to update your guesses every card there, Mike Moore. Brad is all in. D-Mac is all in. And I guarantee you F and Brad's going to come along. There it is. This is the biggest pot of the night.
533.
I don't think anybody had F and Brad. He is in the lead right now. That could change, though. D-Mac could catch a 9. Brad could catch a jack. But boy, F and Brad has 2 pair and the flush draw. Give me his hand. $1,800 pot is our largest pot. A 2 comes on the river, which helps absolutely no one. And F and Brad is going to pull down that pot with ace-7, 2 pair. What a hand for F and Brad. $1,800 is absolutely above the $1,500, which our sponsor, McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies, sponsors every hand over $1,500. If you're confused about what's going on in the market, have any old IRAs sitting out there, need some life insurance, give Patty Mack a call with McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies at 817-538-3494. Let's come up with a plan for you in this volatile, crazy market time right now. Nice hand by F and Brad. Nobody had F and Brad 2-pair. So if we have time, we'll try to do one more contest before the end of the night. But want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to Brad's Wild Stream Wednesday. One of our most popular tournaments out here is the Bomb Pot $1,500 tournament. Bomb Pot every blind level on Sundays, Fridays, and Wednesdays. 6:30 on Wednesday, 7 o'clock on Friday and Sunday. Maybe that's going to change. I don't know. Come out and join us for a fun evening. We've been having some big, big pots in that one. Over $4,500 on Sunday. Come out to Poker House Fort Worth. Also have the Fortune Jackpot going on. We've got the Road to Vegas going on. A lot of stuff happening out here at Poker House Fort Worth. We thank you for tuning in tonight across all 3 streams that we're going live on: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Good crowd tonight. Great action here in the last 30 minutes. It really has picked up. That was 2 more felts. That was a crazy, crazy hand. Looks like D-Mac might have retired for the evening. Brad rebot. Oh, well, no, D-Mac is in there. I'm sorry. Queen hits Naily. She checks. Okay. Now there's a flush out there. What are you going to do now? She's going to bet. She might take it down because there's only a 6 high flush out there. But it looks like somebody called with a $25 chip. Who is that? No, I don't know where that $25 chip came from, but Naily pulls down the pot. Well, it has ended up being an action-packed night. It started off a little bit slow, but action has definitely picked up here in these last few hands. And we're on to hand 49 now. 49, and we have about, I don't know, a little less than an hour left.
I got Venmo.
So stay tuned because there's going to be plenty of action still to come. This thing gets going to the end. It usually gets really crazy. Anybody got a score on the Ranger game tonight? Last time we checked it was 6-2 Rangers. Pocket 7s have been good tonight. Let's see if Brad can win with them. Pierre picks up pocket 8s though. He's going to go all in with his 8s. Brad, it's back around to you, dude.
9589.
going to call. Caleb insta calls with queen 8 of spades for $251. These guys like to gamble. Pierre's 8 still hold up on the flop. Brad's going to shove all in. I don't think Caleb's going to call. He does not. So it's 7 versus 8. One of the 8s is gone. But Brad has to hit one of the last 2 7s. Ace on the turn helps no one. 5 helps no one. Pierre's 8s hold up for a nice size $756 pot. We didn't have a pot over $400 for the first hour and a half, and now we've had about 3 or 4 consecutive over $500. So action stepping up. Stay tuned.
A stack of greens is dirty.
And there we. Somebody must have asked Paul to shake them. Give it a good wash. And we're going to go on to hand 50 for the night. Anybody out there still listening, paying attention? Anybody got a Ranger score?
It's not my night to
Never mind. Rangers won 6-2. Naley picks up a nice pocket 10 hand.
Forgetting to go get the chapstick out.
D-Mac's going to come along with 10-8. Naley's going to push about $80, it looks like. $100 maybe. 105, I don't know. 105. Just gonna drag down another pot. Excuse me.
Not on the button.
F and Brad has the lead tonight with 1.4, followed right behind by Chrissy. Naley and Pierre all still in the green. Everybody else is in the red tonight. And King 2 is going to raise it up to $10. Queen 4 is going to come along for $10. Pierre is going to come along with 5-4. Naley picks up another good hand. 125, I think I heard her say. 75. F and Brad picks up pocket 9s. He's going to throw away 9s. Yep. It's going to fold around. Most likely. No, Pierre's grabbing chips to call. 75 with 5-4 suited. Okay. 5 right in the window is not going to help him, though. Pocket jacks remain in the lead. Queen doesn't scare. She's going to fire out $90. He's going to call with a 5. Another good-sized pot here. Oh, he hits a 5 on the turn. Oh, my goodness. He hits his 5 on the turn. One 40? 135? I can't tell. 145? He's not going anywhere. Unless he puts her on pocket queens. Which he does not. King of spades helps no one. She's still going to shove. And she is not going to like this one. Pocket jacks gets busted by 5-4. Wow. Wow. Nice hand for Pierre. Boosts him up the leaderboard. He just sat down. He's still in the positive. He's like, how'd you do that to me, Paul? Thought we were friends. Well, the action is definitely picking up. 5-4 takes down pocket jacks. Don't think she could have played that any different. She pushed every road there. Well, we're going to move on to hand 52. If Pierre called with 4-5, he's definitely calling with 9-8. $20, 10-9's going to call. D-Max got 5-5. Chrissy's going to fold her 10-8. There go 2 of their outs. John Jay's going to come along with King 2 of clubs, and you know Brad's going to call with Ace-4 if he doesn't raise. Yep. Ace hits Brad. I think everybody should be able to get off of this hand. Unless D-Mac thinks he's goofing off, which he doesn't.
I don't think I can.
He shows him his ace, and he's going to pull down a nice little $192 pot.
How bad it is right now. I'm playing that shit.
On to hand 53 tonight. And Pierre's got a pocket pair of 6s. He's had some really good hands tonight. Lost one big hand with trips. Here we go. Brad's going to go all in with his ace-jack. Well, is Pierre going to call or?
It's my game. We'll get a floor over here rolled up.
You can tip him if you want $3, but it's going to come out of your pocket because you already bet.
We can get the ruling over.
$3.19.
I'll say that she sees it my way.
You already bet the $3.19. So.
We'll go to the floor. I'll allow it. We're good.
While he thinks it's a good time to remind you some of the stuff going on out here at Poker House Fort Worth, he folds. The Fortune Jackpot. D-Mac does call with his king, queen of clubs. Ace Jack versus King Queen. Pretty much a coin toss. Fortune Jackpot is $1,500 tonight. If nobody hits it, it'll be $2,000 tomorrow. Hit Broadway. Full house sevens or better. Flop a set. And an ace high flush before 12 midnight tonight. Win $1,500. Resets at 12 to 4 tonight. Looks like they're going to run it twice. Ace on the top board. Brad's going to win that one. D-Mac has the lead, but Brad takes it away from him with the diamond on the river. Wins both boards. And that flattens D-Mac again. Nice hand for Brad. We'll see what happens if D-Mac rebuys. Pretty sure he will.
Oh, yes, you do. You have all the control. I wish I did. You do. Y'all just don't know.
Well, we're going to hand 54.
But if it comes out good, you don't get the credit.
There's been some big pots towards the end of this stream. I think we've got a little over half an hour left.
I should spin in bed.
You wouldn't have made $800.
Counting out chips. Again, I was letting you know some of the things that are going on out here at Poker House Fort Worth. We do have the road to Vegas going to all this month and next month. Come out, get some hours in cash, get some points, and then you play in the tournament on June 7th. The winner of that tournament on June 7th wins a seat to the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas, a $10,000 buy-in, not a $1,000, $10,000 buy-in with $1,000 spending cash to get there or for your hotel. Also, if you play tournaments, come out here, place in the tournaments, get points for every tournament you place in, top 5, and start with that many chips on June 14th. They're going to give away another seat to the World Series of Poker. Come out, try out one of them. Come out and win both of them. As far as that goes, you could. That would be pretty cool. Probably not going to happen, but it's possible. Pierre does have the lead with his Queen Jack, and he's going to drag it down. Hand 55. Where'd everybody go?
Whatever you want to do.
Might have to have another contest for anybody to talk to me.
I completely understand. Flat Eye's able to help.
Except for Cookie just came by and said hello.
Quite embarrassing to come to a poker room with no money.
Popped his head in the door. Thank you for that. Pocket Kings raised to 60. Naley calls with their ace king. D-Mac calls with jack 10.
You know, if I wanted to spectate this, I could just wait till tomorrow and spectate it for free.
Is Brad going to call with his ace 3?
I want to play.
Caleb calls with his queen 8. He loves queen 8. Pretty good starting hands here. Let's see if the kings can hold up. Jack 10, that might get D-Mac in a little bit of trouble. Pierre's pocket kings are still way out in the lead. He's going to fire too. Not going to mess around with it. He's going to raise or bet 180. Naley's got ace king. She's not going to call in this situation. Ace king is nice pre-flop, but not after the flop when you don't hit it. D-Mac does call the 180. Thank you, Chucky. Appreciate it. Caleb's going to fold his queen 8. Gonna go to the turn with Pierre and D-Mac. Oh, D-Mac hits his second pair. Whew. This could get wild. Caleb would have hit his straight too. D-Mac goes all in, or Pierre bets 260, D-Mac goes all in. Wow. Caleb would have hit his straight. D-Mac hits 2 pair, and Pierre sitting there with pocket kings. Two on the river helps no one, and D-Mac's 2 pair will hold up. Yeah, Caleb's wishing he called that $180 bet, I think it was, but at that point he had absolutely nothing. Nice hand by D-Mac. Making some goofy gestures back and forth to each other, but nice hand by D-Mac. And about to go on to hand, I don't know, 56, something like that. Yeah, 56. How about at hand 60? We'll give it one more shot of trying to win a hat or a hoodie from Poker House Fort Worth. Only because I'm in the giving mood tonight, because of the fabulous day in the market. Hoping for another one tomorrow, just so we can get back to close to even from this last week and a half or so. $5 calls. John Jay has the Poker House nuts. He's going to raise it up to 35. Brad's got pocket 5s. What does Caleb have? 10-8. He'll come along. It's like he calls almost every hand that Brad calls, like they have this little rivalry going or something. Let's see who comes out on top of this one. Brad, a 5 right in the window, is going to take a commanding lead. John Jay gets the turn. Brad on his own hand. Brad does have trip 5s. Let's see what happens here, though.
I'm drawn dead.
Everybody's going to be throwing $10 down there. His name's not changing. It's still effing Brad. Oh, it is?
Yeah, I would think so. Oh, I hit a straight.
Okay. Because Lorenzo's goofing off back here. That's why.
I'm gone dead. You can, yeah.
What happened there? How did he win? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he boated? Oh, he already had a boat. My bad. No, I thought the board said. I don't know. I don't know. Boat beats a straight. Yeah, it sure wasn't a Jack 7, Jake Terry. Yes, apparently every time Brad makes a call, his name gets added on because Lorenzo's board back here.
Don't get too excited. No.
So you are right, Nathan. 522 flop. I don't know what that means. All right, hand 60. We're going to try to give away a hat or a hoodie. It's going to be our last opportunity of the night. Thank you to everybody watching across all 3 streams tonight. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I know. That's why the cards play, Bike King. That's why I commentate. Plus, come sit back here one night and see what we go through. The screen disappears. The cards don't read correctly. Things like that, buddy. Welcome to my world. Oh, here we go. This is a pretty good size hand. Caleb is all in. Odell is all in. You know Brad's going to call with King, Queen of Hearts, and he does. You should have seen it before I went out and got this 50-inch big screen back here. We were looking at the little tiny monitor. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. 2 guys all in. Brad called with King, Queen. Yeah, I can't even call Congress, Chuck. Don't even know how to play it. Looks like they're going to run it twice. Odell takes the first board with the straight and the flush. Odell, Jack grabs the second one, and Odell pulls down both pots with Queen Jack. The worst of the 3 starting hands. Queen Jack takes it down, and that felts Caleb again. Oh no, he's got $27 left. Can he turn that $27 into a jackpot? Well, it looks like he's going to put it all in anyways on the button. I think his night is about done. He looks like he's done at least. Hand 60. We're going to try to give away a hoodie. What you've got to do is, let's guess the player and the amount in the pot again this time. Got to be within $25 to win it. This is another one of our popular tournaments. If you like just straight up hold'em, which I do, $1,500 guaranteed on Thursday and Saturday nights. Thursday at 6:30, Saturday at 7. I know. $0 gets you in, 35 for 35, $25 rebuys and add-ons at the break. We're on hand 58. Caleb has all in on the button. Or no, it looks like he took it off, but he's back all in again.
I didn't know if they got like that.
You looking for a seat, Jonathan?
There's one right here.
We only got a... Yeah, but we only got like 14 minutes left, but...
You got lucky.
Oh, actually,
Caleb survives with a king high. He doubles up. He's back. All right, hand 60. Hand 60. We've got one guess of Chrissy for $647. Jake sticking with the dealers.
Jonathan in this game one night lost the quads twice in the same thing. No, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So you ain't got shit on Jonathan yet.
All right.
You got quad speed pre-paid?
We got Pierre with 365. ISA.
2 straight flushes.
Chuck, lay off the sauce, man. That's Brad for 220, not F and FS hashtag semicolon Brad.
it's funny. I think I've had 3 straight flushes in this room since it opened, and Paul has dealt all 3 of them.
Well, Caleb is all in again.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so he went from like
The king high.
27 to 56 or something.
Oh, they got to check me down. No, I'm going to look. I'm going to try to get it down. Gotcha.
Sevens are hot tonight. Caleb might triple up here. He does. Caleb is tripling up.
The comeback.
All right, here we go. Hand 60, isn't it? Or is this 59? This is 60. All guesses are in. The player and the size of the pot. We've got a D-Mac, a Caleb, a Brad. Saw Chrissy, Pierre. Pierre 254, Brad 440. All right. No more guesses because we're at that hand. Let's see what happens. If you had F and Brad, which nobody did, they're out. If you had Chrissy, you're done. No John Jays. Brad, you know he's going to call with Queen 4, so you're still in. Caleb is all in again.
Not bad.
It might come down to Brad and Caleb here. It looks at, and Brad does call. Pot is 331. Does anybody have Brad or Caleb for close to that? Nope.
Yeah, I normally never go twice.
2 clubs. Oh, they both hit flushes. They both hit their flush, but Brad's is larger. And Caleb is done for the night. And I don't think anybody had Brad for 331. I will scroll up and look. Brad 220, Brad 174, Brad 440. That means no one wins a hat or a hoodie from Poker House Fort Worth tonight. But we sure do appreciate you watching and listening across all 3 streams tonight. Don't go anywhere. We've still got about 20 minutes of play left. Right? About how much time left? Okay. Yeah. Yep, we've still got about 20, 25 minutes left to go. So Stay tuned. It looks like Cookie's going to jump into Caleb's seat. So Cookie's going to play the last 25 minutes on the live stream. Welcome to Jonathan. Jonathan's not scared to play some pots either, so we're probably going to see some actions all the way to the very end here. And Queen hits Brad. Check this Queen. 7-6 is going to give Chrissy a straight draw now. I don't even see Jonathan in the hand. 7. We must not have picked up Jonathan's hand. So we have no idea what he has, but Brad, I believe, is ahead with his Queen. And I don't think Chrissy's going to call here, and she doesn't. Jonathan called, so I have no idea what he had or has, but they're pushing the chips to Brad, so it definitely wasn't a Queen or a 5. Well, don't forget our free roll tomorrow at noon. I always say come out and join us for lunch, and Lorenzo says come out whenever you wake up, but he's been waking up a lot earlier with his new haircut and getting out here early. What's up, Rhino? What are you up to, brother? You're looking a lot older there now. Chase done any turkeys yet? You missed an action-packed night. It started out pretty slow, Rhino, but boy, they've made up for it in this last hour and a half. Looks like we've got maybe 6 going to the flop here. 6 or 7. Queen with effing Brad and Chrissy. Cook's going to fire out with his ace-10, 30. Odell calls with 4-5, open-ended straight. What does Pierre have? Ace-deuce. Okay. D-Mac calls the 7s. Brad's going to call 30 with his Queen. Chrissy's definitely going to call if she doesn't raise with her Queen. Yeah, she's looking around like, what is everybody calling with? Yeah, I think she's going to weed some of these players out pretty quickly. L does fold. 16. L does fold. 16. Is Brad going to be able to get away from this hand? I think he does. Yep, he does fold. Wow, good read on his part. Oh, you haven't left yet? You could have been up here calling then, man. Does this turkey season open on Saturday or something? Turkey hunting season open Saturday?
You know it was 6-4, or else it would have been at $80 ribbon. It would have been at $80 ribbon.
I had $10 in my hand.
I didn't tip you.
No, he'll tell you when you don't tip.
Well, he was talking to Lorenzo, so. It's always the little ones you gotta be afraid of.
He'd say, nice hand, man. 7 consecutive times. Nice hand, man.
Okay. 2 going to this flop. Ace 9 and pocket jacks. That probably doesn't thrill either one of them. 4. D-Mac still has the lead. Might get check, check. Yep, does, and D-Mac takes down a nice little pot. 168.
You're like the only one that thought about it.
The button?
No. Calling me.
Oh, yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah, I need that. Backdoor club go.
Sit there, wait for 7 people to catch some weird shit.
Well, we're getting down to probably the last 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, sometimes I can't tell because the felt is red.
Chrissy picks up pocket kings. Ace 9 for D-Mac. John Jay is not going to play his 6-4 this time. Brad's going to lay down his king 5. Jonathan's going to call with his 5-4 of diamonds, and they cracked some jacks earlier, so let's see what happens. Ace 9 2. Ace, ace 6. D-Mac's going to take the lead right away. Jonathan's going to pretend like he has an ace and get himself into trouble. Because D-Mac's not going to fold his ace, that's for sure. It's going to be probably pretty easy for Chrissy to get off her hand, too. She's being... Wow. All right. Ace 9 takes it down. Jonathan almost got there too with his 5-4, but River was not good to him. D-Mac's ace 9 holds up for a nice $323 pot.
I don't mind it. I just get confused. I have an open ender and a flush draw.
It's getting noisy out there. Can't even hear myself back here. It's so noisy out there.
You did not hit any of those outs.
I am like a weird superstitious person.
Right, which was one of my outs.
Which is one of those outs.
It was one of my outs, yeah. He's still whining about the one I beat him when I hit my pocket 7s and hit a straight.
Well, we're on to hand 65.
The 9 deuce suited, pre-flop for $35, because that's a really good hand to start with.
Looks like it's going to be $10
We got like another.
everywhere.
Suck out with, but it's not good hand to start with.
We're doing a bomb pot again?
So why are we doing the final bomb? So because I hit my straight, I sucked out.
Yep, looks like another bomb pot. Another bomb pot here, and 65. like to just let these play themselves out. It's hard to keep track of 9 hands and 2 boards. Some good starting hands out there, though. Odell has a 9. See if anybody has 3-6. Yep, Brad has 3-6.
If I wanted to pot, what would it be?
All right, Rhino, happy hunting this weekend, man. I'll hold down the fort till you get back, I guess. All right. Baby Huey going with you?
No, 145. Yeah, no. He was just seeing the 100. He wasn't paying attention.
625.
I'll put it in there. So it's just you and I?
Just leave it there because it's a chop.
I have 6 at the bottom.
Can you beat the wheel up the top?
I have the nuts at the top.
I figured you
Okay. Good. I get the wheel. Folded the
put
wheel.
like 2 more of them up there.
No, please don't. I do
I
it
had one. Please. I had one.
I do it.
I had that.
Oh, down to 2. And Brad has a straight on the top. John Jay has trips on the bottom. Probably going to be a chop pot. 3. Did John get a piece of that one too? I think he did with the 2-6. So he might get 3/4. And Brad gets half. Quarter? Yeah, it looks like John Jay's going to get 3/4 and Brad's going to get 1/4. Well, we've probably got about 15 minutes to go, so we do appreciate everybody listening tonight. Hope you'll tune back in Monday night for Patty Mac's live stream. Hope you'll come out and join us too. Come out and play some cash. Try to hit that fortune jackpot. Earn some points towards the road to Vegas. Come out and play in some of our tournaments. Also win some points towards road to Vegas if you place in the top 5 of those. You have 2 chances a day, except for Mondays. So come on out. Poker House Fort Worth, right here in Burleson, Texas, on 174, right next to the Walmart. Cannot miss us. Well, Chrissy picks up pocket kings again. Takes down the pot. F and Brad is still in the lead tonight, 1.3. Chrissy's right behind him at 1.2. D-Mac's still in the green, and so is Naley. 2 right on the edge of green and red, and the rest are down for the evening.
All right, Paul. Do it 3 times. I haven't looked yet, but I mean.
F and Brad's going to take the lead on this one. Jonathan's going to bet out for him with his 7-6, though, with absolutely nothing. Brad's going to call for 20 with his queen. King comes. Brad will bet 40. Jonathan's most likely going to fold here.
That's supposed to be my friend in TCA.
He does.
So now you're going to shit on him and not show up?
No. Well, yeah, maybe. But he was supposed to come here, and then we were going to go to the fort because he wants to play the 1-3 game out there. He's never been out there. But he was like, no, I don't want to drive. I'm going to go TCA.
I did like it. Probably playing the PLO.
No. You did or you didn't?
I did.
Uh-oh.
It's a huge challenge. 6 minutes. I like challenging players.
He was trying to come to the Saturday game, but nobody showed up.
We got to get it going.
Gator.
Who?
Gator?
What's the first letter?
Gator.
G?
Yeah. Or Paul. I don't know. However people know him.
All righty.
Oh, there's no straddle?
We've got Chrissy with another big hand, pocket jacks. Pocket 3s for Cook.
What are you playing, Jonathan?
Some other decent starting hands here. Jack 10 and King 9. Brad's going to come along with 6-2. $80. Chrissy's going to call. Will John Jay call with Jack 10? He does. There's one of Chrissy's outs. Not that she might need it. Brad calls with 6-2 of diamonds.
Yeah, I don't think he'll feel the same way if I win this game. I think there'll be a WTF if I win this game.
3 9s on the board there. Chrissy flops the full house. Cook flops the full house. Cookie's going to bet, but he's not going to like what he sees when Chrissy turns over her jacks, that's for sure. The other 2 are going to go away.
173.
Chrissy may think he has queens or kings too, though, because he's the first one that bet 80 pre-flop. She did call. Let's see if she can put him on a lower pair. Yep, she calls. Probably one of those situations that says, hey, if you got me, you got me. She flops the full house. He flops the full house. She flops the bigger one, and it's going to pull this pot down for 671. The rich get richer. Another big hand.
I just don't. Oh, I lost the first one. I had 8-5.
Oh, that's
says she didn't bet the river.
This is true. This is
And
If she bets the river, she should. Cause she,
we're going to be moving into some of our final hands of the night.
with ace high because he's seen some.
Next one up, hand 69.
Okay, so what are we gonna do? We can do one more hand, then a bomb.
Chrissy has dominated this table tonight along with F and Brad. She just jumped ahead of him, up 1.6 for the night. He's still having a great night at up 1.3. And D-Max up in the green too. Naley has remained up in the green after winning some big hands early.
I took PTO today. That's good.
That sounds vindictive, sir.
Coming to get it. Coming to get it.
Oh, he picked the whole thing up. I was getting excited.
And on to hand 69. Some people refer to that as the Happy Meal.
Let me hit any piece of it. Any piece.
5 of them going to go to the flop this time. 9s are hot tonight. Chrissy flops a 9. Odell flops a 9. Odell pushes all in.
375. Oh, I didn't even know he had cards. 360.
She's asking how much it is. They have the same hand. She is going to call. Most likely it's going to be a chop pot. We'll see. Oh, it is going to be a chop pot.
Yeah, of course she does.
And they both get the full house on the river. Chop it up.
Mine was suited. I get bonus points. And I lose.
Both get on the board for the fortune jackpot. Chrissy should have already just been on it just a little earlier with her 9s and jacks.
I know I need that extra $4.
Oh, Chrissy should have more than 1.6 now. She just pulled down another pot. Chopped it. Well, this is going to be our last hand of the night. Bomb pot.
So what you're saying is, you said it had been funny how that pocket too. So for both them to snap it off, let's say you find that funny.
Last hand of the night. Again, we want to thank you for tuning in to Brad's Wild Stream Wednesday. Started out pretty calm and then picked up quite a bit in the last hour and a half. We'll be back again next Wednesday. And don't forget next Monday for Patty Mac's live stream.
What's the count? 565?
Last hand's going to be a bomb pot.
So you just loaded up. I expect you to call.
All right.
everybody cards. Yeah, did the same. You know, we can please.
And top board. Bottom board. Let this one read out itself. Wow, a couple of good starting hands, aces and kings. Who's got a jack? Anybody? No, but Jonathan will throw out a 5. $30. Pierre does have a jack, so he's going to make a real raise. $135. Brad has clubs. Chrissy has clubs. Nailey's going to fold and be up a few bucks tonight. Chrissy might call as well as she's running. She's got a 9 on the top board with a flush draw, but who would think that their 9-8 would be good on a flush? Nope, she folds. Gonna take home 1,600 tonight. Brad's gonna call with his flush draw, I assure you of that. Cook's got a flush draw. 4, 5, 6, 7. And a straight draw. Don't know if he's gonna be able to call for the 100. Oh well, sure he does. Does not want to hit a club. He's got to hit a straight. Runner cards on the bottom for a straight. Queen on the top gives Brad another out. It also gives Jonathan an out. He checks around. Another queen hits Brad. Ace. Gonna be Brad and Pierre that chopped this one. Brad's going to fire out a large bet. I don't think, no, Pierre's not going to get off of it. They're going to chop it up. Cook does get out of the hand. They're going to chop up some of Cookie's money for a nice $995 pot to end the evening. Again, we thank you very much for tuning in tonight to Brad's Wild Stream Wednesday from Poker House Fort Worth. Every Wednesday night from Poker House Fort Worth. If you want to get in on the game, call out here, get your name on the list. Also got a 1-2 game going Monday night for Patty Mac's game. I think there's still room on the list for you if you want to call out here. Get on that. Players are going to cash out tonight. And there's your final play styles. D-Mac was and F and Brad were calling stations, it says. A few more people below the line than normal. Brad, Pierre, and Cook were all loose aggressive.
No. I bought into 1,200, so there was 900 behind. I thought about 15.
Well, I'm going to be joined by my man Lorenzo, who ran the boards for us tonight again.
I'm joining. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bud.
Great.
How's it going?
Great. Last hour and a half of the stream was really different from the first hour and a half of the stream.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were kind of saying that it was kind of just like a slow Wednesday in the beginning. I don't know. It was just something weird about today. And then all of a sudden it picked up halfway through the stream and didn't let us down, man.
Yeah.
Got crazy.
2 or 3 straight flushes in this one. Caleb lost all of them.
Oh, man. Yeah, he didn't have a good night. Brad didn't have a very good night either. But F and Brad and Chrissy had one heck of a night.
Yeah.
See, F and Brad, 2 of the biggest pots of the night. Chrissy winning one and D-Mac winning another. There was a point where I want to say it was halfway through the stream. We didn't have a pot over 500 bucks.
Yeah.
And then look at that. Brad was the luckiest and Brad was the most unlucky, I guess. And we did have somebody asking why does his name keep changing. I didn't even notice it till
Yep.
he said that and you confirmed it. But
Yeah, when I get bored, I just add a symbol.
yeah. Chrissy had a good night. There were, I think, 3 or 4 people in the green tonight. Naley took a good couple of hands early and held on to it all the way down for a couple of buck victory. There it is. She had $11. Pierre had 45, and D-Mac. And then your 2 big winners tonight were Chrissy and F and Brad.
Odell walked away even. I've never seen that on stream before.
I don't think I've ever seen that either. And Brad and Caleb walked away empty-handed tonight again.
Yeah, we had to replace Caleb on the list with Cook. That's why he's not showing up there. But
And then Cook came in for 25 minutes and lost 765.
yeah,
Tell you what, those 2 guys on the bottom down there are not afraid to shove with any 2 cards. So Chrissy started out and just levelly kind of went up. Same with F and Brad.
Brad had a big hand somewhere in the middle there.
Oh, yeah, he did. That one that he, I think, hit the river.
D-Max made his way back up kind of slowly after a couple bad felts there.
Yeah, he got into a big hand with F and Brad. They both had 2 pair.
Yeah.
F and Brad took him down. These guys never really got started. John Jay. Cook a straight down. Brad went down, came up a little, and still finished down quite a bit. I don't even think it showed Caleb's on there, did it?
No.
Well, it was another fun evening.
Got our sponsors.
Oh, absolutely. We got David Perkins from www.treeservice817.com. Give David a call for all your tree needs. 817-500-7107. He also does sod, Lorenzo. I got my lawn done last year with Bermuda 419 and love it, man. Give David a call. 817-500-7107 at treeservice817.com. You want to do the next one? Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. It's Martine's 3 Kings Heating and Cooling. Commercial refrigeration needs commercial and residential, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, give them a call at 817-884-7431. Weather's super unpredictable right now, so
man, I'd rather have an air conditioner ready to go. So
yeah.
Martin can come up, tune it up, check it up for you. And this little one here turned 18 last week, I think it was. Kelly Ryan Wells. Ryan chimed in at the end of the night. He actually had a birthday this week too, but we're celebrating Kelly's 18th this month. Happy birthday, Kelly. And Rhino.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
And then our last sponsor, I believe, is Memory Moments. Give Andy Bishop Cox a call for any special events you've got coming up. You don't want to be the guy that forgets your anniversary or doesn't plan something special for your kid's birthday or anything like that.
That's right.
Look at all these nice arrangements here. Give him a call at 817-405-4698 for Andy Bishop Cox at Memory Moments Event Design and Decor.
She'll help you out, any special event. This is what we're all playing for these next couple of months. The Road to Vegas, $10,000 main event seats for both cash and tournament players. Come out here, play cash. For every hour you play, you earn chips. And then you're going to have a tournament on June 7th. One of those lucky people are going to go to Vegas with $10,000 buy-in to the World Series of Poker, plus $1,000 cash too, Lorenzo.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're playing in tournaments, place in the tournaments, top 5, you get points, and they're going to send another player with $10,000.
2 championships tournaments.
Crazy, man. I'm shooting for it. This is the one you and I used to say. I'd say come out at lunch. You'd say what?
I come in when you wake up.
Yeah, but you're waking up earlier
I'm
now.
waking up earlier now. I woke up. It was done when I woke up today, but normally I'd been waking up.
Oh, well, I spoke too soon then, man.
Yeah, 500 guarantee every day at 12.
Absolutely. Come out and play in that. And this is our Deuces Wild on Tuesday nights, $1,000 guaranteed free roll, 6:30 p.m. $0 gets you in, 35 for 35, $25 rebuys, and $50 and $75 add-ons at the break. Deuces Wild. I played that when playing the home games. Come out and play it here and get a chance to win $1,000.
Yep. Get yourself 5 of a kind there.
Good.
Our $1,500 guaranteed free roll tournament with Bomb Pot every Sunday and Friday night at 7 o'clock and Wednesday at 6:30. We had it tonight. I think we had 3-4 tables in that one. Same add-ons and entries as all of our other evening free rolls, with the same end of registration add-ons, with one bomb pot hand that's top of every blind level.
That's been our biggest tournament.
Oh yeah.
And if you just like regular Texas Hold'em, $1,500 guaranteed tournaments on Thursday at 6:30, 7 o'clock on Saturday. You figure it out. $0 gets you in, 35 for 35, $25 rebuys, and $50 and $75 add-ons at the break. If you like just plain Texas Hold'em, this is the game for you. And those things have been more like 2,000 a night. The bomb pot tournament was $4,500 on Sunday night, man.
Pretty
So
consistently high prize pool on the weekends for that one.
we are getting some great crowds out here to Poker House Fort Worth, and we hope that you'll come out and join us too. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Poker Atlas. Lorenzo, thanks for getting us through another night.
Yes, sir. Thanks for being back here with me.
Yep. Rhino says he'll be back next week. He's out trying to kill turkeys, man. So I guess we'll wish him luck, or we'll wish the turkeys luck.
I wish the turkeys luck, yes.
Thanks again for joining us. Come out and see us at Poker House Fort Worth. Patty Mac, Lorenzo saying good night, and we'll see you next time.